Hello, PSNA. Good afternoon. What a great speech to begin the afternoon with. Wow. How blind have we been? I feel blind at this moment, standing in front of you guys. Sir, thank you so much for that inspirational speech. Of all the speeches I've heard, the best one yet. All right. Let me see if I can give some of inspiration from my end to you this afternoon. My story begins with my rural roots from the same district, if you guys could relate. I am from Parani, not far from here. I did all my schooling there, and my spark for speaking on stage began with my third grade English teacher, who said, Sreenidhi, what you wrote is wrong because you come from rural background. Again, how could a teacher speak like that? Because I've seen so many teachers, my mom being one. The teachers who I see today in your college, and I know how grateful one should feel to have such teachers. That day, I took a vow for myself. I am not going to stay back because somebody said I do not have the background to speak English. That day, I put myself on the most uncomfortable situation of my life, standing on the stage, speaking in English on a speech competition. I trembled, my hands shivered, chills ran through my nerves. I forgot what I had prepared for. Yet, I had two chances. One, get out of the stage, live with disgust. Or, stay on the stage, speak from my heart, and live with it. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, told myself, I hope you guys also speak with yourself, right? I told myself, Shri, you're going to speak. You're going to speak what you know, what comes to your mind. I spoke, I got off the stage, all the dances, musical ceremonies, all that happened. 3 hours fast forward, I was back on the stage. Instead of the mic, I was holding a hero pen. If you guessed it right, that was the first prize for the speech competition. That is still the biggest prize I've got till date of all the achievements that I've done. Why? Because I stood on the stage with all the fear, yet I took the stride to speak. Speaking up at situations can really put you in a lot of places that you could only dream of, especially when you are preparing yourself to be in the corporate space very soon. In today's speech, I have one single important thing for you guys to take away with today. Confidence is not a prerequisite. It comes from practice. It is a byproduct. It is a result of a lot of trials and errors. Be ready for your failures. That will make you ready for a lot of successes on your way. There are a few things I want to give away today when you are entering your corporate world. The very first thing my first manager told me when I entered the corporate world as a fresher: learn, unlearn, relearn. I was like, what? I have learned so much. I've been learning for over 15 years now, and now you tell me to unlearn, relearn? Are these even vocabularies? Then, with a lot of experience and understanding, I realized more than learning, unlearning and relearning are the most important things in the corporate world, especially in the highly evolving technological world where yesterday it was Gen AI, yesterday again we had agentic AI, now we have agents, and tomorrow what not. So what do you do in technical terms? For example, if you have a library in Python or Java, today you have been using it for over a year and all of a sudden it gets deprecated. What do? You remove or upgrade. Change is inevitable, but the mindset for accepting the change and upgrading yourself is what is highly crucial to stand aside from the crowd and make a name for yourself in the corporate world. So be sure you learn and you take what you learned with you, but be ready to unlearn. Be ready to choose what you have to keep and lose what you have to leave. That alone will get your skills in the right path. When you unlearn certain things, you should be mindful of the lessons it has taught you. You may be unlearning the skills, but the experience and the lessons should definitely stay, because tomorrow there may be a manager who is coming to you and asking, Sreenidhi, why did you choose this over that? You should not simply say because it was outdated. You should say what the disadvantages were and why choosing new, why choosing the new change is the better way forward. All right. This is about all the skills that you're learning, unlearning, and relearning. But how do you make a mark for yourself? How do you step up for yourself in the right places? See, stepping up alone is not going to get you to places. Rather, you need to know where you're stepping up for yourself at. There may be issues. Assume that you have started working in your IT sector or any other technological sector for that matter. And your manager or a lead is calling you up over a weekend saying that, hi, there is an issue, will you be able to fix it? First thing is making a mark that you are the point of contact when an issue comes. How do you do it? Step up, speak up in the right places. But there may be an issue which is not yours, and that is the point where you should know to step down. Tell your managers that this is what I know and this is the person that I have to delegate it to. Knowing where to step and where to step down are the key differences of standing out for yourself in the right place. And this may be the most underrated skill, but volunteer. Volunteer as much as possible. That will get you out of the crowd. Volunteering alone in the last 4 years got me to places within 9 years into multiple stages, global stages. Because without volunteering, without telling I am interested to do certain things, nobody is going to look at you and say, you are the person that I am taking to the stage. Because there should be professors, there should be managers, there should be leads, there should be peers who are going to take you to stages with them. Without that, you will just be a person in the crowd, not a person who stands outside the crowd and guides the crowd. So now you have learned, you have stepped up for yourself, you have volunteered, made names for yourself. But this is the most important thing I, for one, still do as a prayer. I mentor people. I teach people. Why? Because everything that I learned cannot just stay within me. I have to keep propagating it to the next generation. Without mentoring, without teaching your juniors, without bringing them up with you, you do not have a crowd to cheer for you. You do not have somebody who you have helped in growth. You alone is not your growth, your team is your growth. Having a team mindset, having a leadership mindset will help you become the captain of your sail. Coming to the last but not the least point, with everything that you know, everything that you have learned, everything that you have taught, how do you make a name for yourself beyond your space? You are now known within your college, you are now known within your company, but what if you need to look for a job outside your company? What do? You should have already had a social presence for yourself. Do you guys have LinkedIn profiles? If not, I strongly urge you guys to have one. Start it not today, this minute, this very second. Without LinkedIn profiles, nobody from the external world is going to know a person like you exists. Your existence cannot be curtailed within your own comfort zone. When you want to step out of your comfort zone, people should know that you exist and you are the right person for the job that the recruiters have. LinkedIn is a very powerful tool to put yourself out there, to tell what skills you have, to tell what skills you possess and propagate. Because learning alone is not going to help you. You have to exhibit yourself. You cannot wait for stages where your skills are showcased. You have to create the stage for yourself, and that will be the social media. Not Instagram, not Facebook, but I'm speaking about LinkedIn, the most powerful social media a professional individual can have. All right, so with this, my speech comes to an end. Welcome to the corporate world. We are waiting for you. Thank you.